There we go.
Stickers cost too.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Y'all ready? Y'all ready? All right. Y'all asked for it. You got it. You asked for it. You got it. And it's not a Toyota.
Did you say not a Toyota?
Let's give him a minute to get up in here. You know. There we go. Yeah, you got it.
Yeah.
Oh, you can hear it?
Yeah.
What up, what up, what up, what up, Willie? What's up, people? Here we go. Yeah. Come on in. Come on in here tonight, y'all.
Narcissism is dependent. Yeah.
Good evening, everybody. Ooh, it is a pandemic. Yes. A lot of people dealing with a whole lot of bad stuff. What up, everybody? Howdy. Yeah, we're gonna be interesting tonight. We're gonna get all the questions answered tonight, people. Everything that y'all wanted to talk about, everybody wanted to ask a question. Tonight is the night.
No, thank you, Lisa.
Steve. Yeah. So listen, ladies and gentlemen, tonight, well, I'm gonna let everybody get in here. We're gonna give them about 2 more minutes. We'll give everybody about 2 minutes to get on in here. And then we're gonna do what it do. That's why we can't leave this narc alone. There you go. There you go. Woo! Everybody. We are up in here. And tonight, we're going to finish this off. And this young lady got some things she want to say to y'all tonight. And she saw everybody going ham on her. Yeah. She saw everybody had something slick to say and all this and that. So, tonight, I'm going to ask a few questions. We're going to talk for a few minutes. And then, yes, indeed, I'm going to turn that super chat on for y'all. Anybody got a question for her? Listen, go to the super chat, hit the button. She's going to answer the question. Okay? That's how we're working tonight. Go through the super chat and you can ask her whatever question you want to ask. Okay? Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. All right. So, last week we came in here and we talked about it a little bit. People, first and foremost, let's keep everything respectful. This is strictly for educational purposes only. Let's please be respectful to everybody, both sides. We're going to be respectful. Okay? There you go. So again, everybody with a question, just go over to the super chat. We're going to talk about your question. I'm going to start it out. And anybody who got a real question after that, go right to her super chat. You can go right to the super chat and I'm going to help y'all out. Okay, so she actually is starting her own page, Maria the Narc. So y'all can actually go on her page and follow and subscribe to her. And she gonna tell y'all all about it. Okay? She does have a page. Y'all can go right to it. You can subscribe. everything. You know, if you feel like, you know, this is a whatever. People said people have said a whole lot to say about our last interview, Maria. You know, so any thoughts, anything you care to share with them right now?
Oh, of course. The first thing that I wanted to start off with would be there were a lot of comments during and after the last video that we did where they were saying like I was seeking you out, I was watching all your videos, I studied textbooks and all of that to basically present myself as a narcissist or try to imitate what a narcissist would be like.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm really just trying to figure out, where do you guys get these speculations? Because for starters, before that video, I hadn't even known him 24 hours. And I didn't go looking for him. I did not know him at all. And furthermore, for you guys to come here looking for answers as to what it's like in the life of a narc, me, how is it that you sit here and watch and you're not listening to what it is I have to say, but you're more concerned about my physical appearance, who I am, and what I got going on, but you're not hearing me? Why are you here? Because you're nothing but a view at this point. So whether you have anything bad or negative to say about me, which I don't care, by the way, because I'm not hurt, I'm not insecure. Yeah, I'm big, but at the end of the day, it was kind of funny to me and it made my day. It wasn't that deep. And most of y'all are back here again. So if you're not looking for my information, you're just coming to stare at a pretty face.
Okay, so, all right.
Why you here then? If you don't want to hear me, you came clicked in, right?
Hey, you know, I think that a lot of people feel like, or some people feel like, you know, they feel in some type of way.
We got our first question.
Okay.
It's disappearing.
Okay. That's Medusa. Hell's up.
My narc won't leave me alone. He'll stalk and threaten me back. Why do you think he won't leave me alone? I've moved to get away, and he still found out my new living place. Okay. One, I have a question for you. How far did you move? Like, how is he able to find you? Do you guys have like mutual friends? Or I'm not understanding how he's finding you. And all narcs aren't stalkers, by the way. But as far as him not leaving you alone, have you thought about, if you feel that you're not safe, have you thought about going to the police? Because there's not really much information that I can give you on him stalking and threatening you. That sounds like a concern for your safety.
So that's something that's common, though. That's something that's common for people who have dealt with a narcissist. You know, after the situation is over with, somehow that person never leaves you alone. So I think that's what she's more so trying to find out, like, why do y'all always come back? Why does the narc always come back? And why does somebody who gets out of a situation with a narcissist, why do you have to go through so many measures of blocking them, blocking everything? And after you finish blocking everything, why do y'all still come back? Why not just leave the person alone and be done with it?
Well, I guess it's about infatuation, because when you're in a situation like that and you feel that somebody's pulling away, but you also feel that you have the potential to get them back by any means necessary, would you really let go? Because in all honesty, if somebody really wanted to be done with somebody, there wouldn't be a way for them to contact them. I mean, I get it. Like if you blocking numbers and all of that, and they finding new numbers to call you, that's more of a stalker situation. But I wouldn't blame all narcs for that. Like at that point, you're just dealing with somebody who's solely crazy.
That's really not narcissism at that point when you got to block people and all of that.
I mean, it can be, but to an extent, and not all narcs are like that.
That's most of the people that I've talked to. All of the narcs come back.
I got you, but I don't know one narc who has that amount of energy to go as far as getting other phone numbers and finding you when you moving away and stalking you and threatening you. Not when it's all these other people out here in the world. Not when it's other people that they can get attached to. Yeah, they like the chase, but I ain't never seen them get that far.
Why is it that y'all will go out and cheat and find, obviously you got other supply, but won't leave us alone? You'll devalue and okay, I'm done with you anyway and all that, but you never really leave and stay gone. Why?
Okay, so if you never really leave and stay gone, I would say, I'm sorry, the screen moving is really distracting me. I'm trying to flip that way. Space. Honestly, I would say that as long as you let that narc come back into your life and they know that they can come back into your life, they will. Because in all honesty, a narc wants to wreak havoc on your life. They want to get you down to your lowest point. They want you to reach your wit's end.
Why?
Because it's fun.
It's fun? That's
it's fun to break
somebody's life.
To pull somebody apart and see how they work and see them at their lowest and know that you did it. It's fun. It's entertainment.
That's entertainment. Knowing that you, and I'm saying it's not just that you're tearing a person apart. Most of the time, you're tearing that spouse or significant other, you're tearing their life apart, but also that family unit. People have done this and destroyed the entire family. Are y'all not seeing the bigger picture? Like when you're doing this, it's not always just one person that you're destroying. It's like you are going in even for, and I know you're younger, but I'm saying this, that people, especially people on this thread, have dealt with somebody who has went in and destroyed them, but also the entire family they have destroyed. So y'all like, hey, I don't care. I'm just here for destruction.
Basically. I mean, okay. I feel that we look at life differently. You look at life as what? Like a way for you to what? Grow and figure stuff out. We look at life as something that's inevitably going to end. And so you're going to try to figure out ways to change life, to see how you can change people's lives, to see how far you can push the limits of human existence, basically. Because if I can watch you fall apart and then make it to where you still come crawling back to me, that's fascinating. That is the type of entertainment that we're looking for. How low can we get you to stoop for us? How much will you go out of your way for me? How much can I break you down? And how far will you let me break you down?
Okay, I get that. That's for the person or, okay, so on the other side of that, as an empath, we usually are thinking that we're looking at the situation like, okay, you know what? I'm with this person. I'm trying to make the situation better. I'm trying to deal with, they obviously have issues. And that's something that I find to be common as well. Everybody that's dealing with a narcissist, the narcissist has multiple issues. And we're just trying to work through those issues to make your life a kind of normal. Why is it that you would still, after seeing how much we're doing, after seeing, and you know how much we're doing to try to make life normal, peaceful, happy, why are you still interested in destruction? When you met us, it was all feeding us this, story about how you want to be in love, you want to be this, and you want this great relationship.
Okay, so you said we start off loving,
Start out that way, talking that way.
nurturing you, easing you in, basically grooming you as a person. We getting you ready for what's to come. So you get to the point where you see this great person and then there's a change. And you steady trying to figure out basically what's going on, what's changed, what's happened, how can you fix it? When in reality, there was nothing to fix to begin with. You got pulled in by a facade and now you trapped and you stuck always trying to make it better, but it ain't gonna get better. And you stay because you looking for that person you met. You still got hope. So you holding on to that little piece of hope. Meanwhile, you diminishing yourself.
Mm. So you would agree when we figure out that this person is manipulating and lying, ain't no changing at that point. Once we figure it out, there's no changing after that.
Mm. I mean, there can be change.
Like what?
What you call it, spiritual healing, pulling away, even if it hurts you, taking that space, putting that space in between you and not going back, not looking back. There can be change. You're not gonna like it because you're so stuck. But it's possible. I've seen it happen.
Mm.
We're not making we're not making you stay if you don't want to stay. Only you have to want to stay. And if we can spark that interest in you to make you stay even for a little bit longer, it's a repeating cycle.
Yeah, we saw that. We can see that. Definitely. Tell me this. I speak to a lot of people about this, and I've seen this a lot. The silent treatment.
Mm-hmm.
What is the purpose of the silent treatment?
The silent treatment is a form of punishment. I honestly like to use it when I get into fights or arguments with people that basically I know care about me. I use the silent treatment as a means to assert my dominance. And when I assert my dominance, not only do they forget that they're mad at me because they're trying to figure out what I got going on, but they end up in the long run apologizing and trying to fix it and make it better. So it's more of a reverse psychology type of thing.
Mm-hmm. Hold up. What do you mean reverse psychology? Explain that.
You mad at me, but I'm going to get mad at you even to a higher extent, to where it got you wondering why this whole thing started and how you can reverse it and make it better. How can you fix it? Because you don't like what you're getting from me.
Mm.
So you apologizing essentially for being mad to begin with, for starting stuff to begin with.
Okay. So it's just just a way of manipulation. It's just basic manipulation.
How am I a coward?
And I'm thinking that people are feeling that way because when instead of being in a relationship and doing what you started doing, and you gotta think like this: a person who is dealing with this type of personality, they dealing with a lot of tension, and you're basically just saying, okay, you're dealing with the tension because you want to deal with it, but when we've dealt with it, we're dealing with the tension from somebody that you really didn't want to be bothered with, but they won't stop bothering you. And now you got to block them. You got to move. You got to do all these other things. So it doesn't come back as like, this is fun or this is funny or cute. It's not like that. A lot of people are in legal battles behind just this right here. In legal battles just behind this right here. So to hear, and then you coming home and you're dealing with, you already got to deal with the regular world, and you coming home and you're dealing with somebody who's just really from what it sounds like, it's just somebody running a game on you. It's just all about game.
Was that a question?
Yeah, I forgot. I gotta say that like a question, right? Yeah. So, question then. So, you were saying that's just basically you're saying that's one of the tools that you use, meaning you use the tool of manipulation or the silent treatment just to manipulate the person. When the person is coming to you trying to resolve an issue, why is it that y'all don't just let it go? Why not just leave the person alone? Since you're not going to do right anyway, from what you're saying, why not just leave the person alone? Because you keep putting it back on us like, well, y'all had an option to not deal with us. But why not you just leave us alone when we're saying, okay, you don't want to act right, you're not going to do right, leave me alone.
Life is just a game, Harry-O. And as long as you keep letting me play that game, I'm going to keep playing. I'm going to find new ways to achieve higher levels. And sometimes that means going above and beyond and doing the absolute most. Because in the end of it, I'm going to win anyways.
What are you winning though? What do you win?
Well, a narc isn't happy anyways. And so the goal of a narc is to make sure that everybody that they meet is also unhappy.
Why aren't you happy?
Would you be happy if you couldn't feel anything? And all your feelings and emotions were things that you created?
Explain what that means. We know how our feelings work. We know what it means when we are talking and we're dealing with somebody. Explain what that means to not feel the same way we feel. What do you mean by that?
Well, I have a mind, so I'm aware of a lot of things, but that doesn't necessarily mean I feel things. I do feel things, but not to the extent that you do.
Explain that though. As far as what don't you feel?
So a good example for me would be a funeral. Say a close family member to you passed away. And you know that you should be hurt, you should be sad, you should feel something, but you don't. And then you get upset because you can't feel anything.
So you saying like one of your close family members, like your mom or your dad, dies, and you don't feel anything at the funeral?
Nah, you would cry because everybody else crying. Try to fit in with your surroundings. But you don't feel nothing.
Damn.
That creates anger. Because now I'm upset. Because why is it that everybody else around me get to feel things? And because of that, I'm going to make sure everybody around me feel a lot of things. And I want to watch. And I want to figure out what it is that makes human interactions and feelings so important. And why is it that I don't have it?
Okay, so we're crying at a funeral because we are at loss from somebody who we loved. So basically, like, okay, I never loved in the first place.
I mean, you have some form of attachment, but I wouldn't call it love. Because like I said, all of our emotions we create. We create throughout our childhood.
How do y'all create emotions?
From pretending for so long that you feel that is real, which is why in those relationships, like I told you, it's a switch that just turned off. It's because I've probably went as far as my imagination can go. And then when it turned off, it's gone and I'm back to where I started. Something that ain't real.
So okay. So why? So basically, just in a relationship, you're going in with the full intent from day one to destroy the person. It ain't got nothing to do with nothing you saying.
No, not necessarily. Because you can honestly, a narc tricks themselves just as much as they trick you.
What does that mean?
I could meet you and we go on a couple dates or whatever. I get to know you and I think I'm falling for you. I think I got feelings for you, but it ain't real. I don't know that yet. It ain't hit me yet because I'm pretending so hard that I forget I'm pretending. And then I'm hit with the realization that I played myself. And you just got caught in the crossfire of the battle between me and myself. And at that point, now I'm mad because you feel some type of way and I don't. And so now I'm gonna play on your feelings to figure out why.
So
Figure out
you
what I can do to rectify that.
So actually, you're actually mad. You actually catch an attitude when you see that other people have feelings, and you get mad at us because we have feelings.
Basically,
You don't. So that's more like a jealousy thing then.
yeah, you could call it that. But the thing is, the excuse me, I said I wasn't gonna cuss. I didn't mean to say that. The longevity, I think I'm saying that right, of the feelings that we've created, there is no time limit on it. It ain't like I'm gonna feel this way for a couple of days and then it's gonna disappear. Nah, we don't get to predict that part. It just depends on how you grew up and who you were around to create the feelings that you've developed. If you come from a loving family, you can be a loving person, but it's not indefinite because you had to create those feelings.
What do you mean by that? It's not indefinite.
Anybody on the streets that meet me wouldn't just look at me and be like, she's a narc. No, look at me. Like, I'm young. I got a baby face. I know I do. People look at me and thinking that I'm the sweetest girl that they've ever met because they don't know me. If I had to look somebody in their face today and tell them I'm a narc, just like most of these people in the comments, they wouldn't believe me. They wouldn't believe me until I let them in and let them know who I truly am. And then when they get to know me and they stuck.
So basically, it's a booby trap. It's a booby trap from the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
You pulling people in, a supply.
Oh no, honey, I ain't say I know it all. That's why I'm in college, in school, getting an education. But since you want to be all in the comments, what is it that you know and you don't know?
Woo. Okay. So, I mean, what I'm getting from you is that it you feel some type of way because we have feelings, but okay, then explain this.
Mm-hmm.
When you're in a relationship with somebody, right? And you can see that the person has feelings for you. You're saying you're jealous because that person has feelings and you don't?
Nah, not in the beginning, nah. You trying to reciprocate them same feelings. I mentioned that in the last video. You basically doing what you see them doing. Getting to know them by studying every part of them and trying to show them the same things that they're showing you. It's a learning experience. I mentioned that. But it's only so much you can learn before it gets boring and repetitive.
You mean the person that you're dealing with gets boring? That same thing. So what could somebody do if they were in a relationship with a narc and it not get, how do they keep it from becoming boring?
Keep us on our toes. I found that to be very interesting. Keep us on our toes.
What does that mean? Keep you on your toes?
Don't let us figure you out. Keep us guessing. Don't ever.
So basically, kind of be a liar, be a narc, basically.
I guess it takes a narc to know a narc.
So then why is it when two narcs get together, y'all don't stay together either? What is that all about?
I don't believe that.
I've seen it. Two narcs get together, they cheat on each other, go through the spin cycle, get back together, break up, do it all over again. But it's almost like, okay, they're like a safe space over here and you're a safe space, and they go to other people, then they come back together. And I'm saying that because I've seen that in several different situations.
I understand, but I can honestly tell you that I can't answer that question because I haven't had that experience. But I honestly do not believe that two narcs would have a bad experience because I honestly feel that in a situation, in a sense of it takes one to know one, I feel that they could possibly work out. But I don't have any experience in that.
But so then why don't narcs seek out other narcs then instead of empaths?
How do you know somebody's a narc unless you get to know them? Half of these people in these comments don't even believe me. And this what, video number 2?
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, when you see that this person is empathic, why not try your hand and say, you know what, I don't want that. I'm looking for a narc. I'm looking for somebody who's gonna keep me on my toes. If that's what y'all really like.
I never said that that's something that we like. I said I don't have any experience in that.
Okay. You're right. I'm being hypothetical. That's all. Because we wonder about that. Like, because as empaths, we really want to be with other empaths and not narcs.
Why though?
Because people who are narcissists are mentally, a lot of times physically abusive, disrespectful, lie, cheat, steal, manipulate. Okay. Nobody wants to be their friend.
I got friends, but okay. So with the empaths, aren't you guys like the super excessively sensitive people? Like, why would two of y'all want to be together?
Because two people who are empathetic are going to have empathy toward one another in a relationship and have respect for one another. They're not going to lie to each other. They're not going to cheat on each other. They're not going to steal from one another.
I'm sorry.
We actually do what we say we're going to do in a relationship. So yes, we actually all look for other empaths.
So are you saying that two empathetic people are the key to a perfect relationship? Because that don't make sense to me either. There is no perfect relationship. Whether an empath end up with a narc or not, it's still going to be drama. It's still going to be somebody that's crazier than the other person. It's still going to be arguments, fights, disagreements, cheating, all of that. So at the end of the day, are you really blaming the narcs, or is it just the connections of the relationship? Or is it just the people that's involved?
I agree with that. Because two empaths aren't going to do that. They're not seeking.
That's cool. So empaths are perfect? So they're perfect?
Well, I would say yes. Yes, I would say that. Two empathetic people together, yes, I would say that that's a perfect match. Yes.
Nah, ain't no way, because if everybody in these comments think they're empath, they not perfect because they still steady talking about me. That ain't perfect. But I'm the insecure one? Nah.
Okay, so let's talk about this. As a child, how did you know, or do you feel that you became a narc from a process, or do you feel like this is just who you were?
This is just who I was, who I am. I actually spoke to my mother about it the other day. She looked at me like I was crazy, but as I got on to explaining, she understood where I was coming from.
Yeah. Well, why did your mother look at you like you was crazy? She didn't think you were a narc?
Nah. Because I don't talk to my family like that. Like, I talk to them sometimes, but I keep my life to myself, if that makes sense. I always have, and I always will. Even as a child, I was a very reserved, private person who kept my family and everybody else separate, like, because I feel that that's my business.
Mm. Okay. Why is everything so private though?
Why does everybody need to know my business and my life and my family? Like, that's personal. I feel that that has nothing to do with nobody. Probably not even my significant other. I don't introduce people to my family.
Okay, but why wouldn't you share who you are with your significant other though? If you're gonna be with somebody, you don't think that's a good idea to know and then
No,
to know who you are?
no.
Why?
Because they with me, they with me. What does my family have to do with anything? I moved all the way away from my family.
Mm. So you saying after you talked to your mom for a little while, she started to believe that you actually are one.
Well, I don't know if she believed or not. We only had one conversation about it, but she didn't seem to protest it.
Did she say that she noticed you were a little different?
No, I just told her. Explained to her what it was and who I am and why I felt that I was that person, and she just said okay.
Mm.
This the same mom who said okay when I came out the closet, by the way. So I don't feel like much surprises her.
So did she think that that had something to do with it?
No, I don't think she would. But no, my sexuality doesn't have anything to do with my mental state.
Mm. Okay, so do you look at empaths as having issues? How do you view empaths?
Overly sensitive, overly emotional, overly caring people.
Overly caring? Overly sensitive?
Overly. Like if you have to have a word for it, it's got to be overly something. Because
Why,
why can't
why
they
do you
just
say
be people? Empaths, y'all feel like y'all got superpowers, like y'all these super loving people, right? Or y'all just feel things to a higher extent.
Well, it's not that. As an empath, we feel like if we're telling somebody something, then we
Mhm.
should do what we're saying we're going to do. And we are going to be the person that we are claiming we are while we're dealing with somebody.
I'm the person that I claim I am.
How could you say you're the person that you claim you are when in the beginning you're saying you're one thing, you're pretending to be this nice person, and then later on it turns into, you know, something trifling.
No, I told you the last time we spoke. In the beginning, I let it be known who I am, what I do,
So
and what they're going to see.
tell them I'm a narc and I am going to destroy your life.
Of course, I don't say that, but I let them know. I let them know, like, hey, I'm probably not the type of person that you want to get to know. I hurt people. I can feel that I care about you and not. So it's really Russian roulette with me. If they choose to gamble, knowing the information that they know, that's like a caution sign right there. They want to keep pursuing, they want to keep going, that's on them. That's not me. I'm not tricking anybody because I let them know from the jump.
You let them, and you let them know everything from the jump. You let people know
I
when
don't
you
have
meet them,
anything to
I'm
hide.
gonna lie to you, I'm gonna steal from you, I'm gonna cheat on you.
Whoa, I don't steal now. You steal, you would kill. I don't steal. I let them know that I lose interest.
That's not the question. Question is, do you let them know I'm gonna cheat on you? I'm gonna be a total fraud at some point. I'm not gonna be the person that you think that I'm being right now.
No, I've never looked anybody in their face and said, I'm going to cheat on you. But I might try that and see what happens.
Okay. Okay. So, but in your mind, you just feel like you can just say whatever you want to say, and people are so what, gullible, they're just going to pretend that's not what's going on?
I think this sound like that little term. Wait, repeat the question again.
What I'm saying is that when you meet somebody, right, you feel that you have a position where you can tell them basically you don't have to hide who you are.
Nah, because they don't know me. They're a stranger.
When you're picking this person out, they don't know you. So you're going to use the fact that I don't really know you. So I'm going to kind of tell you without actually telling you, this isn't going to end well for you.
If I don't know the person, I can tell them literally anything, because at that point they can have a decision as to hear what I got to say and walk away or stay. I don't make them stay. And I'm not going to chase them if they walk away. That's the beginning. That's the first interaction.
But that's not true, because I'm willing to bet everybody in this thread will say they have left or cut a narc off, and the narcs always come back. The narcs always come back. It's just a matter of time.
Okay, so are you saying after the initial interaction, when they still have the time to get out, that the narc comes back, or is it when they choose to stay
start with the devalue and started to, say, I'm bored with this, I'm gonna do something else, or whatever you're saying. The other person, the empath, might be hurt, whatever, but at the same time, they're like, okay, can you just leave me alone? Leave me alone. Why is it that y'all never do that? And I'm saying that because you're saying it like you're good. Like, I'm good. I'm not going to chase you. I'm not coming back to you if you don't want to be bothered.
Exactly, because I can't speak for all narcs. I'm not all narcs. There are different types of narcs. Me, I don't chase people. What do I need to chase people for? If you don't chase them, they're going to come back. And if they don't come back, there are other people out here.
So you just feel like I don't have to do all that?
No. I mean, look at me. They already talking about I'm big. Do I look like I chase people? No. Ain't no running over here.
Whoo, you is off the chain. You are off the chain. I'm going to tell you that. Ain't no running over there, huh?
No.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Tell me this. This is something that everybody want to know about too. New supply. Is the new supply actually new?
Nah. In most cases, nah. It's somebody you know, somebody you've been getting to know, somebody you've been showing a different side of you, somebody you being nice to, being sweet to, taking out, getting to know, being friends with. Somebody you constantly got somebody new that you pulling in slowly while you with somebody else. Just in case.
Ooh.
And you can't even help it, like it's natural. Like you meet people all the time.
What do you mean by that?
I can be friends with anybody. I can start a conversation with literally anybody.
Right. I mean, I get that, but I guess the questions we really want answered for the most part is, why do y'all what's up with all the fake personalities? And then we find out that y'all have several different social media accounts and all of this hiding. Y'all live a double life. Why do y'all put so much work into living a double life if you're really that confident in who you are?
Organization, categories. I put people into categories. I got 7 different email accounts. At one point, I had 5 different Facebooks. It's all about boundaries and space that you create to keep people where you need them to be.
Okay, but
I have one Facebook now.
You were just saying a few minutes ago
Mm-hmm.
that you not tripping about that. You could care less. You were saying how you don't have a problem telling people straight off the break, look, this is who I am, this is what it is. Why have 20 different accounts? Why be all in, doing all this stuff on social media?
And don't get me wrong, I'm not contradicting myself. I'm telling you exactly what I told you. I keep certain things to myself, and everything ain't everybody's business. Yeah, I tell them who I am straight up, but my life is my life, and how I choose to keep it orchestrated is on me. I keep my family away from my friends. I keep my friends away. I have different friend groups that I keep separate. Like, I just like order. I like a certain amount of order because it keeps me in control of what I got going. And not even on no shiesty stuff. Like, I'm not even.
Is that living to you though?
What you mean? Yeah.
I'm saying if that's so to you, that's living all of these. You're all of these people. You got all of these personalities, and you got to remember and keep up with whatever.
But that's the thing. You thinking about it too hard. It ain't about me trying to keep up any facade or none of that. It's just who I am, and it's not that I have to remember anything. It's just how I like things separated. It ain't nothing like I'm going to
like it's just about separation.
Yeah. Are you going to have all of your friends in one room that you know? Would you really have all of your friends in one room?
Yeah.
Wow, you must not have a lot of friends. But no, I don't mix and match a lot of people, and I definitely don't pull my family into that.
No, but I'm saying for me to say I have all my friends in the same room, that's something that I do. If they're friends, why wouldn't I want them all in the same room? I have one personality. I
do too, but it's got
certain ways with different friends.
And I don't either. And they'll tell you, the ones that I do let, there's probably 1, 2, maybe 3 max friends that I let transition into my other areas because they on a whole nother level. But they'll tell you, you get the same me. It's just that people are different. And you, like you said, you got your empaths. There are different groups of people, and you want to keep them separate because it's only so much that they can handle. I'm not going to put friends that I know are a little bit crazy in the group with friends that I know are quiet, because I'm going to naturally hang with the quiet kids anyway. I stand out with the quiet kids.
Mm-hmm.
And I seem like the quiet one in the group full of lit kids.
Why? So you the one in the room plotting on everybody, basically.
I ain't diabolical. You making it sound like I'm evil. I'm not.
It is diabolical when you know, beyond a shadow of a doubt, you know before you meet people, you have no good intentions for them. That is diabolical to an empath.
If you know you don't have good intentions at that point, what you gonna do? Just stay away from the world? Put yourself in a bubble? Now you're gonna live life like everybody else.
Narcissistic people though. Why not go ahead with a narcissist and y'all just live happily together, manipulating each other, cheating on each other, giving STDs to each other? Why not live like that?
All these STD questions. I don't have STDs. I get tested regularly, whether I'm having sex or not. Why does a narc not care about spreading STDs or who they even sleep with? And still like, that question ain't for me either. I don't sleep around. I don't spread STDs. I don't have, never will. I have STDs. And if they
and see, since you're accepting the fact that you're saying you are a narcissist, that's something that's common.
I get that.
It's common.
But you also asking me why I don't do the certain things that most of the narcs that you know do. Spreading STDs. How are you out here sleeping with people? Okay. How are you
That's
sleeping with somebody you know sleeping around and lying about it? That's making me question if you care about yourself, because spreading STDs, first of all, isn't that like a crime, like an offense? Like, ain't that like attempted murder depending on the STDs and stuff?
I mean, that's a common occurrence when you're dealing with a narcissist, because those are the type of people that don't have any real restrictions when it comes to sexual activity. They will have sex with whoever, whatever, and they're the ones usually passing long-term STDs around
Mm-hmm.
and things of that nature. That's the lifestyle. But you're saying that's not something that you get. That's not something you do.
Nah.
But
But if they lying about it, it's because you letting them lie about it because you obviously know about it and you still with them, right?
okay, but you're saying you don't do all of this stuff as far as the STDs, but you also are saying that you do cheat.
No.
Do you even see it as cheating when you get bored and go to somewhere else?
Have I cheated in the past? Not in the sense that you're asking, because I don't sleep around, mess around with other people. Yeah, I get to know other people, but no, I haven't cheated and I don't cheat.
Hmm. So, in what sense do you feel you do?
And also, a narc can be monogamous.
They can?
Yes. Just be okay. I'm seeing that y'all not understanding something. Yes, narcissism is a mental disorder, but just like any other disorder in the world, it doesn't mean that you are some sort of evil person who gonna do whatever you want. Okay, scratch that. Who are going
Yeah.
to look at every opportunity to do people wrong, because all narcs aren't bad. I'm not a bad narc. I don't see myself as a bad person at all.
Mm-hmm. Well, we know that. We don't do, but do you feel like you do bad things to people?
I know that I can, but that doesn't mean that I do.
That wasn't the question. Do you feel you do bad things to people
No,
in
I don't.
relationships?
No, I
Okay.
feel that I'm very honest and open in relationships.
That you do tell them at the beginning, I'm not a good person.
Yeah, I do. I tell them I'm not a good person because I know I'm not. As to an extent. I
What
see
does
what
that
you're
mean?
trying to do. You're trying to catch me up, but I know what I'm saying.
Okay, what does that mean? You got time to explain it. Explain.
I'm not a bad person, as in, yes, I know I can and do have the potential to hurt people because I look at life and people differently. But knowing that and having that knowledge, no, I do not use it against people. Yes, I have in the past, but in the past year, I have not. I haven't done anything because I'm more focused on leading. Um, I'm focused on leading a better life for myself.
A better life meaning what?
I'm in school. I'm
Mm-hmm.
about to graduate soon. Focusing on my life, actually in a relationship.
So you're in a relationship right now?
Yeah, I am.
Are you monogamous in that relationship?
Of course.
How long you been in it?
About 5 months. 5, 6
5 months.
months.
Have you shown that this person that you're dealing with your real personality yet? Have you told this person the truth about yourself?
Yeah.
And they are okay with that?
I want to say yes, but I also don't want to really dig deep into my own relationship because I want to keep my relationship out of this.
Mm-hmm. That's what we're talking about. We're talking about relationships here.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna dig deep into my own because, huh?
So you're saying, okay, I get it. I get that part. I get that part. So in other relationships,
Mm-hmm.
how long does it take you to start becoming bored?
Um, Before this relationship, I already told you this. I had one other relationship that was 9 months, and other than that, nothing's lasted longer than 2 weeks. I usually get bored and break it off.
All right, now it's a lot of people that deal with that actually still living with narcissists. You said that not all narcissists cheat, and
That's
some,
what I'm saying.
huh?
That's what I'm saying. If I get bored, I'd rather just break it off. I'm not gonna tag people along and even do all of that because there's no point in it. Like, I get it, but I don't. Like me, I'd rather just end a relationship. It could be 2 weeks, 2 days.
Mm-hmm.
I've dated somebody for a day and broke up with them.
A day,
A day.
a whole day.
And yeah, you might not call it a relationship, but it happened.
So
Then I
everybody
was
that
like,
you meet, you basically call that a relationship.
no, of course not.
What made it? If it only lasted a day, what made it a relationship? That's odd.
If you getting to know a person and you decide that y'all want to try to put a label on it, then that's a relationship. But no, everybody I meet ain't my significant other. That don't make sense. That's obvious. Come on now, Harry. Run the tape back.
I'm asking. You said one day. I don't know anybody that's met somebody in one day, or very few people.
So you ain't ever changed your mind about somebody? Like, you ain't ever got to know somebody?
No, not in
and then
one
took it to
day.
the next level and then was like, oh wait, never mind.
Not, and we have a title. No. Maybe you're thinking in that direction, but actually saying it, yeah, I met her today. Yeah, that's my lady. No, I've never.
No, not like I met him. Nah. I had known him for a couple of months.
Okay. I got you.
Like I don't just jump into stuff.
I got you. Stephen, hey,
That went on my head. I don't get that.
That's what we're here to do. Hey, y'all. That's how we trying to do it. I just wanted to bring her back in to let people ask their questions because, we talked about this last week and she was feeling some type of way. People kind of ran off with different things. I wanted to bring her back so that people could ask the question. People can ask the question that they want to know. Okay, yeah, let's talk about your religious affiliation.
Why they keep on bringing up a relationship with Satan? What?
How do you feel about religion? Are you religious?
I'm not, but I'm not an atheist. I identify as agnostic.
Explain.
I'm not oblivious to the fact that there's a higher power. I just don't necessarily believe that it has a label. Like God and the Bible and all that. Nah.
So you don't even believe in that. What about karma? Do you believe in karma?
To an extent.
To what extent?
I don't believe that the things that you do to other people is what creates karma. I believe that who you are and how you feel about yourself creates karma. Meaning that if you have guilt about things that you do, then of course it's going to fall back on you because that guilt is going to weigh you down.
Okay. All right. Now you're saying you didn't believe necessarily in God. Do you believe in the devil? Do you believe in Satan?
No. It's the same. No. It's the
So you
same
don't
category.
believe in God or the devil?
No.
So what is the higher power or entity that you believe in?
I believe that people themselves are the higher power. They say your body is the temple. I feel that everybody is their own, in a sense, God. That you all have the power to create and be who you are. because it is you who will lead to your demise. Well, unless you're murdered, of course.
Mm.
And
Okay.
then somebody else.
Okay. But okay, were your parents religious? Did you grow up in a religious household?
My family's religious. What is it called? Baptist? I think my family Baptist.
You didn't go to church?
No,
With
I
your,
don't. I don't. It wasn't something that was forced.
so you didn't have to go?
No.
Mm. Mm. Okay. Okay. I got you. No
Where do you
religious,
go after death?
no religious connection, and you don't believe in God or the devil. Okay. All right, people. What y'all got
Nah, I
to say?
believe it's a fairy tale.
Say what?
I believe it's a fairy tale.
You believe what's a fairy tale?
If you bad, you go to hell. If you good, you go to heaven. Ain't nobody going to heaven. There is no heaven. Because in that case, you have to have perfect people, and that's not something that exists in this world.
Why is that? Why do you feel there's no such thing as perfection?
Everybody sins.
You say everybody sins?
Everybody sins. And from that book that people read, all sins are weighed the same. So if you kill somebody or you
We
stealing out a
all,
store,
so you said
them all
regardless of how bad you or a narcissist may treat somebody, we all sin. So at the
everybody
end of the day,
sins.
we still get the same punishment.
Everybody sins. So if that's the case, the only people who gonna be up in this heaven are babies and puppies.
Ooh.
It don't make sense.
Ooh. So then what's the purpose of people being good? If we all going to the same hell, what's the purpose of us just saying, okay, I'm gonna live a good life, and what is the purpose in that?
A
Or
clear
is there, do
conscience.
you feel a purpose?
A clear conscience. I can't speak on that because I don't think like that.
So do you have a conscience?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure everybody has a conscience.
Okay, but I'm saying you have one, but the answers that you're giving kind of reflect that you don't, because you're saying it's really no real need for you to go and live a good life and live a clean life, telling the truth, living in a way that is positive, and living your life in a way where you're respecting everybody else.
For
Do
what?
you respect everybody else?
To an extent, of course, I'm respectful. Like, I'm not just out here punching people in their faces or plotting against people. Nah, I'm living life just like you live in life. But I'm not living life feeling like somebody watching me or feeling like if I do this or that, I'm going to be punished for it.
Mm. Oh wow! So that's why it's no guilt when you're torturing somebody. You don't feel any type of way like you're doing anything wrong.
The difference between me and I'm assuming the narcs that you deal with, if they want to leave, they can leave. I'm not forcing them to stay. Yeah, I'm going to try to get them to stay, but if they really wanted to go and cut off all ties, they could. They have that power.
You keep saying that, right?
I'm
You
only
keep
going
saying
to
they can go, but everybody's experience has been that the narc won't leave them alone. Why do you have to? You gotta move. You gotta buy a different car. You gotta buy different clothes. You gotta buy a new phone. You gotta get a new phone number. You gotta block every social media you had, and the narc's still looking for you. If I'm saying if that's true, as to what you're saying, but everybody's experience is different.
That makes me feel like these people aren't dealing with narcs.
Well, what do you feel like most people deal with?
Somebody who's crazy.
What's your definition of crazy?
If you have to literally change your location and your phone number on several attempts to get away from a person, are they a narc or do they need some real help? Like, do you need to get the police involved? Do you even feel safe? You can't just blame all of that on narcs, and everybody who dealing with stuff like this isn't necessarily dealing with a narc. No type of narcs I can't speak on because that's not me. I'm not out here making people move or change their numbers.
Okay.
I can't speak for people like that. That ain't me. That ain't me.
This is one thing, but a sociopath or psychopath is something completely different.
Yeah, that's not me.
Okay, I agree with that. But most of the time, I'm just saying from our experience, we're seeing that those behaviors are all bunched in together. What makes you different?
What makes me different? Well, as a lot of people are stating, I'm young. I'm not out here. I'm in a relationship.
What do you have to do with it?
I'm in a relationship and I'm very comfortable in the relationship that I'm in. Not only am I not out here looking for people, I'm not making people want to be away from me. There are a few people who want to be away from me. Yes, I'm a narc and I'm honest, and I guess people like me for my honesty. Not many people know who I am and still stay in my life.
Okay. So they do they really look at you as a narcissist though? Or do they just look at you like,
oh yeah, even people who I've met and haven't told them I'm a narcissist, they've came and told me that I'm a narcissist.
Oh, so your friends tell you you are definitely a narcissist?
No, not even my friends, just people that I hang with. Like, they call me a narcissist because every mirror that I pass, I have to stop and look at myself. I'm obsessed with myself. I am confident in who I am and very bold about it. Like, I'm just me, living and loving myself in my life. Which is another definition of a narcissist.
A lot of people feel like you just read a book on narcissism.
Book where? I can't even get my textbooks yet.
I don't know. I mean, it's a lot of info out here now, though. But I'm getting exactly what you're saying. I am. Hey, listen, family. Any questions y'all want to give Maria?
You can go watch that video again because I definitely did not say that I wasn't in a relationship. I said I was in a relationship, but I also said that besides my roommate, I live alone. You don't have to be living with somebody to be in a relationship with them. So before you say I'm lying, please get your facts straight. Just
this is the internet. This is the internet.
The video on YouTube. You can go watch again.
Who? Hey, Will. Anything else you want to tell everybody? Anybody want to ask her any questions? Load it up. Load it up because, I don't want y'all feeling like I didn't get your question in. Ask away. Wonder what's your major?
My major is actually addiction studies. It's nothing about psychology or the mind. It's just about drugs, which I don't do. Y'all saying I'm not a narc. Why y'all still here then? If you don't believe me or anything that's coming out of my mouth, why are you here? Pretend for what?
I think, well, you know what? I think that most of the time when people deal with narcissism, you're dealing with, and I do agree, you're dealing with somebody that's that's a psychopath along with a narcissist. Some people dealing with a bipolar person.
Yes,
So,
please get the timestamps and comment. I read the comments.
there you go. All right, y'all. Hey, if y'all done, I brought her back out just so y'all could get it in with her. And she has started her own page. Okay? Go ahead, let them know the name on your page. Because some people said they were looking it up. They're trying to go to your page, see what you're talking about.
My little name that's right here, Maria the Narc. That's my page.
Somebody said they were looking it up. They couldn't find it.
Let me see. I got the tab up right here.
Why would you admit that you're a narcissist?
Because I don't care about y'all. What is me admitting anything going? How's that gonna make or break me? I mentioned to somebody that I was a narc, and Harry-O asked me to come on his little show or whatever. I don't know him. I don't know y'all. I don't care about y'all. But being the person that I am, and I'm already open, I don't mind talking about who I am because it's me. I love who I am. I'm not ashamed. I'm not hiding anything. Why have I admitted it? Because I accept who I am. Why am I here? I was asked to be here. I was asked to come back. No, Maria the Narc is literally in my name title. Can they not see that? Is this little question thing in a way?
I think so. Hold up.
You asking what's the benefit, but how is it gonna hurt me? The benefit is I was asked to share who I am and to answer a couple questions. And I don't mind. I ain't got nothing better to do.
Well, hey, people, y'all, there you have it. She said she's here to answer your questions, but there it is. We have went over a little bit here. It's cool. You know, hey, anything you want to lead them with?
Wait, okay. So this says that I'm not a narc because I'm too reasonable. Don't you understand that narcs look through a different lens compared to you? I'm reasonable because my mind don't work like yours. I'm constantly weighing pros and cons. I'm constantly weighing outcomes. If I had to meet you, I would look at you, take you apart in my mind 30,000 different ways before I even said hello. I don't have to be cocky. And if I'm cocky, so is it that I'm cocky or that I have low self-esteem? Because I'm not understanding. No, I wasn't abused. Nothing's wrong with me. I had a nice childhood. I'm great. They said put my name in the description. I don't even know how to get back to YouTube. Let me see.
Well, there you have it. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate y'all coming out. And tonight, I do want to thank everybody because everybody was absolutely, we didn't have any craziness. People were mostly, for the most part, we were respectful. For the most part.
No, it was very respectful.
I just thought that, you know, people would want to hear something straight from a narc's mouth. How they feel, how they go about, you know, their whole situations. Okay. Thank you again. Listen, tomorrow night show, the happy hour. Ladies and gentlemen, I got a young lady coming on here that's on the opposite side of this. We got Empath on here tomorrow night. So we're going to party a little bit. We're going to drink a little bit, have some fun. I had fun hanging out with y'all tonight. You know, I think we kind of got a little stagnant in here a little bit, but we made it through. You know, we got it through. We got y'all questions answered. And there we go. We just going to keep on doing what we do. You know, hey, Maria, you know, on this side, we on this side of the fence. So, you know, it's just one of them things where we like, hey, we're used to dealing with people that are, just high on manipulation. We're used to dealing with narcissists that are just dirty, they greasy, they grimy. They lie, they cheat, they steal. Yeah, that's pretty much what we're used to dealing with. And you're still pretty young, but honestly, I knew narcs that at your age that were just grimy, dirty. So I'm not gonna, I'm not. If you saying you are, I totally agree. I don't think that's nothing to brag about. I don't think that's anything anybody will want.
No, like it's not a game.
No, I agree. I totally say that it's not like that. To admit it, that took a whole lot. Again, appreciate you coming on. Everybody, y'all know where she's at. And thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Tomorrow night, I'll see y'all at the same location, and we're going to get it in. Cool? Thank you.
Have a good